Hello and good evening. My name is Khalid Suban, and here I'm discussing about or presenting about my thesis for online student peer coaching. It's a platform for students, especially for university students, that would help students in their current studies or their current courses or for the future after the graduation. So the main point of this presentation will be the problem. So we are starting with the problem, what students are facing, this existing solution, what some students would use in their current the current problem they are facing, and a solution, a most preferable solution for students, for all the students, to solve that problem or solve that existing problem. And then we are going to talk about the architecture that we are going to use for the solution and the technologies that will be used. So first, what problems are university students facing? We could divide them into three, which is guidance within their studies, in their current studies, guidance after the university, and guidance in learning more about the topic. So the guidance in their studies, I meant in students having problems within their current courses or current topics, such as, for example, computer science students having problems in their discrete structure or data structure. Or, for example, mechanical engineering students having a problem with their thermodynamics or any related courses regarding the mechanical engineering courses. So that's where they require some guidance, learning more about whether it's about learning more about this topic or whether they are confused in that topic and they require some guidance in those topics. Or it could be as well, what is the importance of this course, or how would it benefit them, that course, and how would it allow them to learn more about another course coming the next semester. Guidance after the university. So it's about most of the students or some of the students are scared after the graduation. They wouldn't know what to expect, or they wouldn't know what to do, or what skills they should have in order to graduate or in order to get a job after the graduation. Guidance in learning more about a topic, that will be learning further in future courses or future or things that you are interested, or students that are interested about regarding that topic, and they want to learn more about it even after that semester. So it's difficult for students to know who to talk to, or who is the special person that would give their time or the knowledge for them to learn more about. So some of the findings in the survey I made for the university students, and it could be from year 1 to PhD students. I asked some of them is about their current study satisfaction. How is it, in the way they are currently studying, whether it's about reading a book or learning from the internet or from a friend or from a lecture, how satisfied are they? So most of them said it's 52%. They said they are unsatisfied. 39% said they are satisfied with it. How about confidence in getting a job? So 70%, almost 70% students said they don't have the confidence in getting a job based on their current skills, and they worried about what happens after their graduation, and they don't know what skills they require for getting a job. And as well, most students would like to help other students. 75% said that you would love to teach other students or help them or guide them if they could, but they don't have the platform yet. So the existing solutions regarding the problem will be the website called Check Study, whereby a student will ask a question and some people would answer questions. This Udacity, where you take a long course that would help you in a certain subject, or for graduation purposes, or some courses for the current subject that the student is taking. Or Pre-Apply, where the student is being tutored by specific recognized or certified tutors. So let's go to the comparison between those systems. So we are talking about the guidance, the system medium, the course quality, the coaching, and can it be used in any university departments such as mechanical or chemical or computer science. Question and answers forums. Even if they have a question, they could answer as well. What about the Check Study? They don't guide the students, and it's online. However, there is no course quality because they don't give any course. Coaching, they don't do any coaching, and those things that Check Study gives is only specific, such as trending or popular courses, subjects that students take generally, but in the university or high school, or any high level education. How about the course question and answer forum? Yes, they allow. However, you have to be a paid membership. You have to pay a small amount or a large amount of membership fee in order to have the access of asking questions and receiving answers. How about the Udacity? Since they give courses, yes, they give course quality and they give amazing course quality. However, guiding students, it's only for certain courses that they specify that students will receive guidance. But how about coaching, like one-to-one coaching where students could ask in person? That would be difficult in the Udacity website. And it is mostly in computer science and business courses. They don't give any question and answer forum, only for specific courses within that course. However, if it's outside of the course where student didn't take that course, they don't receive any question and answer. Pre-Apply is mainly about tutoring, and it's mainly about most of the times English communication or any language communication. And like tutors are mostly tutoring mainly about the language specific. However, if it's about specific courses like thermodynamics, or courses that are mainly for university students that are not trending or popular, they don't give those courses or they don't give any tutoring. So what is the solution? For online student peer coaching, what we will do is we will use the method of coaching, where a student will help another student. And it would be a senior student or a person who understands more than the other student who could guide that student. And it will be for all university courses, whether it's from different countries or different country, or any courses that is available from all over the world. They could receive guidance from within that system, and they as well would receive question and answer. So they would receive answers from students, or they could ask questions for free. So some of the features of the OSPC or online student peer coaching would be students are able to book lessons from coaches that have been approved by the administrator, or students could be able to apply, or they would be able to apply as a coach, and they could ask and answer. They could ask questions, or they could answer questions from other students, whether it's whether it's a subject from computer science or from chemical. They could see those questions, and they could, if they understand it, they could answer it. And yeah, a sample of the user interface. I'll showcase it here. Is, for example, the user dashboard will look like this. That's the navigation, and that's the upcoming coaching lessons for that type of student. They would be able to see it from here, or if they have taken it, if they already took it. And they could see as well the latest questions that have been made for that specific subject. Here, when they click the forum, they would see different types of questions regarding the different type of subject. They would be able to select different subjects, and they would receive those questions. And they would even see those people who answered, who are the most answered users. They could even ask questions if they within that subject, if they would like to. And if they want to have coaching, or if they would want to have guidance, they could check in the home page, where they could see a different type of coaches with different type of background, and they could select them using the subject select field. Or if it's a different department, like education department, they could select in that department, and they could check the available subjects. They could even as well see the top coaches within that department or within that subject. They could, and those top coaches would be regarding how many people they have guided. So that's the sample of the user interface, and it might change accordingly depending on the time, or the appeal for the user, or if the user prefers a different style of the user interface. So that's about the user interface. So about the methodology, we are going to use the iterative waterfall methodology because it's very simple, and it allows as well the adjustments compared to the normal waterfall methodology. So the phases would be, for the iterative, there will be 3 iterations, and generally they are comprising to those 5 phases: requirement analysis, planning, and taking the requirements from the user; the design, whereby the we are implementing, or we are trying to do the architecture, the data design, a data dictionary; the implementation, which would be the referring the design phase and the requirement analysis, and doing the coding part, or creating the system. Testing is the verification for the implemented system, and after verifying the system is okay, we would deploy the system in order to allow other students to access the website. So the architecture, there will be the model view controller, which is separated from the user interface. The business logic will be separated from the user interface, and the controller would access the data calling the model. And for the deployment side, it will be a distributed architecture, and it will be separated. The blockchain part will be in a different server, and for the main system, like those features such as adding, deleting, or booking lessons, it will be in this server. So it would be separated because this wallet server template will be, as you notice the relationship 1 to many, this server could be more than one server. So for the technologies, it will be separated into front end, back end, and API communication and DevOps. Regarding the front end, we will be using React.js and TypeScript and Tailwind for the appeal towards the users, the university students. Back end will be Nest.js and Node.js object-oriented framework, Jest for unit testing framework, Nginx for security and reverse proxying, Mongoose and MongoDB for the database. For the API communication, regarding the wallet or the blockchain server, it will be communicating with REST. However, the user interface and the backend will be using the GraphQL to minimize the endpoints or reduce the functions in order to call or receive the data. For the development operation, in order to reduce the difficulties in deploying the system, we'll be using Docker, which isolates the system from the development environment, and Travis CI for automation. So, right, thank you very much.